So right now, you are looking to delve into the world of freelance writing jobs. You are trying to get freelance writing work online. Maybe you've already started doing it. Maybe you've had some success. Maybe you haven't. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do in order to get those freelance writing jobs. But before I can tell you what to do, I got to tell you what not to do. So don't be like this guy right here. I'm not even gonna read the whole email. I'm just gonna read the first couple lines. Hey Sean, hope all is well. I was reading a few articles this Sunday evening to prep for the week and an interesting guest post on your site. It looks like this post was a guest contribution. locationrebel.com/location180. I'm gonna show you what that post is. It's right here. This was the post announcing the rebranding of our site. If there was ever a post, it was not a guest post, it was written by me, it was this post. So clearly, you didn't actually do your research, you weren't actually perusing the site, because if you were finding a good guest post to reference, it would not be that post. Come on people, do better. And this is the good news for you. Most people that are freelance writers, most people that are pitching people, they suck at it. Really bad. And so all you have to do is be a little bit less bad and you can actually get freelance writing work. So in the post that I'm linked to, you might be watching it on our blog post, we've got over 100 places that you can get freelance writing jobs. So you want to look at that because you have an unending number of places you can pitch to get writing work. But if you don't do it in the right way, you can have all the resources in the world and it's not going to matter. So watch the rest of this video so you know how to properly pitch to get the jobs on the sites that we list below and to not embarrass yourself in the process. You ready to do this? Let's go. Okay, if you have just stumbled across Location Rebel for the first time, allow me to introduce myself. My name's Sean Ogle, I'm the founder of this whole thing, and I teach you how to build small businesses that you can run from anywhere in the world or the comfort of your own home, like what you're probably doing right now. If you are looking to build a business that gives you more freedom, more time to do the things you want to do, more financial security, and you're specifically looking to do that through freelance writing or blogging and niche sites, then we are the channel for you. Make sure to hit subscribe, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. I'd love to know what you think. But I don't want to waste your time, so let's skip all that, get right into it. So first thing you need to remember, if you send a pitch or a letter of introduction to any of the sites on this post, is that every single person you email is a real person. People sometimes forget that. They're like, oh, I'm just gonna send it out into the ether and I'm not gonna put any work into it because I'm not actually emailing real people. That's just the computer is gonna write back to me and give me work and pay me money because that's how the internet works, right? No, that's not how the internet works. So most people, they'll get a template. They'll find a big list of companies or people that they're gonna email. They will mail merge it, send it off, and get 0 responses. Wonder why that is? Because they're sending it to real people, and those real people are smart, and they're like, this person put no time into personalizing this pitch for me, and they don't even sound like a real person themselves because their mail merge thing is so generic that there's no personality. So of course, they're not gonna respond, they're not gonna waste their time because you've already wasted their time. So we're not gonna do that. Remember, when you're pitching these people, there's a real person on the other side of that computer. So think about the type of pitch you would like to receive. What is the type of email, if someone were to email you cold, out of the blue, what is the type of email you would actually enjoy receiving and respond to? So when you're typing out your pitch, when you're thinking about pitching somebody, type out the email, reread it, say to yourself, would I enjoy getting this email? Does this seem genuine? Does this seem personable? Am I wasting this person's time? And if you had a positive answer to each of those questions, then send off the email. But if any of those questions don't have a positive response to you, then they're certainly not gonna have a positive response to them. So take some time, rework it, rewrite it, then send it off. All right, second thing you need to do if you want to get work from the people in this whole list or anybody on the internet, you need to prove your competence, because most of the pitches they get, most of the wannabe writers out there, not that competent, or at least they haven't proved that they are competent and are capable of writing. Now, I don't want you to make a mistake. That doesn't mean you already have to have a ton of writing work and a huge portfolio of people that you've written for and everything. No, you just need to prove that you know how to be a decent writer. You need to prove that you can be reliable. You need to prove that you can write about different topics. And you can do that in your pitch email, in your letter of introduction. You can do that via your website. So maybe you just link back to your site and say, hey, if you want to see more examples of the work I've done, you can see that on my website. You just need to be a little bit better than everybody else. And everybody else is pretty bad, so that works in your favor. I feel like this is my last good week of weather. I feel like this is the last time we see sun for like the next 6 months. It's terrifying. This will be a long winter. Ugh. Okay, third one, and this is a big one because some of the people that think they're really good at what they do fall into this trap. And the third one is important. Listen to me here. Be personable, but don't be a caricature. Be personable, but don't be a caricature. So here's what I mean by that. I call it casual professionalism. In your pitches, when you are reaching out to people, you want to prove that you're professional, but you also want to have a personality. You want to be kind of funny. Like I said, you want to prove that you're a real person and that you're not wasting their time. But sometimes people can go over the top. They'll use like gee willikers and they'll send a bunch of memes in it and they'll just try too hard to be cheeky and funny. And what usually ends up happening is because they're trying so hard to do this, it's kind of proving that it was a template. It wasn't like they were going over the top for me. That's all part of their shtick, and it just feels disingenuous. So usually when I get a pitch that's something like that and someone's like trying really hard to be funny or they've built in a bunch of memes or pop culture things into their pitch, then I'm kind of like, no, you're trying too hard. Prove to me you're a real person, prove to me you're competent, prove to me you did some research on who I am and what my business is all about, and then you're gonna get a response from me. But if you're just going over the top trying to get my attention, all it's gonna do is rub me the wrong way and you're not gonna get a response. So again, be personable, figure out how you can build rapport with somebody. If you can find information about them and things you have in common, great, use that. But don't be a caricature of yourself. Don't go so over the top that it just feels disingenuine. Disingenuine. You know what I mean. Okay, the fourth thing, if you're trying to get freelance writing jobs online, the people that are legit, that actually send genuine emails, this is the thing they miss most. The spammers and the people that suck, they do this, but they do it in a crappy automated way. Do you know where I'm going with this? Follow up. What happens is the people that send thoughtful, genuine emails will usually send a thoughtful, genuine email. If they don't get a response in like a week, then they'll be like, I don't want to waste their time. I'm not going to follow up. And there's a fine line there. You don't want to waste people's time. You want to be respectful, but you also want to, at least follow up and try and get a response, get a yes or a no. And if you're doing that in a thoughtful way where you're proving you're a real person, then chances are after a follow-up or two, people are just going to be like, oh, I'm sorry, I got busy. Sorry for the late reply. I'm not interested. Or maybe they are like, yeah, let's talk more. But what happens is the people that are spammy and the mail mergey people, they just set all that automation stuff up. So they'll email and then 3 days later, you get a follow-up, and then 4 days after that, you get another follow-up, but none of them are personalized. And those are the people I'm just like, leave me alone. I ignored you on purpose. And so, again, be genuine. Don't be afraid to follow up, but be respectful in your follow-ups. And if you haven't heard from someone in 4 or 5 follow-ups or whatever, then, okay, probably take a hint. Not for you. But if you are a real person and you're treating them like a real person and you're being respectful, then the chances are you're going to get a response, even if it's not a positive one, but people are busy. So sometimes it just slips through the cracks. So don't be afraid to follow up, but don't be an asshole about it. Make sense? Can you do that? Cool. Finally, the last thing you can do when you're looking for freelance writing jobs online, this is going to set yourself apart in such a big way, is do a little bit of research. You got all these people, like I said, we got tons of sites and forums and everything in the blog post that's below. So you're going to have an unlimited number of places to pitch and people to try and reach out to for work. Another thing that most people aren't going to do is do research. Research the people that you're pitching. What are their needs? What are their goals? What are their clients like? What is their business need? What type of content are they already creating? If you know the answer to that, then you'll be able to tailor your pitch to them. If they ask for a sample post, you'll be able to tailor that post to everything they've already done and make it a super seamless transition to start working with you. That's one of the things when we do guest posts on other sites, we spend a lot of time looking at the posts on their site, looking at the other guest posts, so that we can get intimately familiar with the format they like to use, with the content on their site already, so that we can link out to the stuff they've already created. People love that. And doing just a little bit of extra research puts you in a different stratosphere compared to everybody else that's still doing the crappy mail merge stuff. So a little bit goes a really long way when it comes to getting those freelance writing jobs. Like I said, 95% of the people out there trying to get freelance writing work are not doing a good job at it. And so that leaves a lot of room for you to do a good job, or at least a better job. You just try. Just put a modicum of effort into it, and you're gonna be in great shape. So if you can do that, then you're off to the races. You're gonna start getting freelance writing work in no time. So there you go. It's not that hard. If you wanna get freelance writing jobs, like tons of freelance writing jobs, just remember that they're a real person. Remember, you need to prove your competence both in the email and on your website. You wanna be personable, but not a caricature of yourself. You wanna follow up on a regular basis, but don't go too far with it. And do your research, because so many people skip that step and it makes such a big difference. So there you go. We got a ton of resources for finding freelance writing work in the blog post below. So make sure you go check that out. Click the links, go down the rabbit hole, make a spreadsheet, create a list for yourself of the people you want to reach out to, and start sending introduction letters, start sending pitches, start taking action. Because so many people, they'll watch the YouTube video, they'll work on their website, they'll maybe join a course and read a bunch of stuff, but then they don't do anything with it. So take action. Set a goal. 3 emails a day. 3 outreach pitch letters of introduction, 3 a day. That's super doable. Go forth and do that. And then let me know how it works out for you. I would love to know. My name's Sean Ogle, founder of Location Rebel, where we help you build small businesses you can run from anywhere in the world. If you enjoyed this video and it wasn't too over the top for you, hit subscribe, hit the little notification bell so you're notified every time we got a new video, which is usually Mondays and Thursdays. Might switch that up a little bit in the near future, but we'll see where that goes. Now I'm just rambling, so I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope this was useful to you. And if you have any questions, drop a comment below. I'll do my best to give you an answer. So with that, I'll see you later. Peace.